All right, guys, we are back with top four hat format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Matt Burns on the left playing Mythic Rulers versus YCS Philly champ Denis Nadas on the right, also playing Mythic Rulers. I believe both these. No, Denis was X1 in Swiss, and Matt Burns was the lowest X2 that got in. He got 8th, but he did knock out the 1 seed in top 8, which I say happens quite often. All right, so Denis starts off by summoning. So he's playing Mythic Rulers with the hands. Summons 2 ice hands. Pokes Matt Burns for 14. Let's see if he's going to take it. He's thinking about it. So he Torrential's Chain Compulse? Or what happened here? I don't know. So I'm guessing he didn't take any damage and then passes. So now let's see what Matt Burns does. He activates Cards of Continents. Discards Flamebell Guard. Draws 2. This is the first time Matt Burns has made Top Cut. He usually only comes on Wednesdays for Edison, but I think this is only like his second hat tournament. I don't know how familiar he is with hat. I think this is only the second time I've actually featured him on the channel. All right, he's still kind of new. I don't know him that well, so we'll see how he does. Can he make it to his first finals? Or will Denis get back? Denis has been in the finals, I think, twice. He got first and second during Edison format. We'll see if he gets to the finals for hat. I'm glad he's playing Mythic Rulers, though, because it's a fun deck to watch play. But unfortunately, like, not many people in my locals are playing this deck. So Denis, Denis used Titles in hand effect. So Titles in hand effect is you can discard it and another water monster from your hand to basically foolish any. I'm gonna say foolish any card. It might be monsters. I'm not 100% on that one. Let me go double check for you guys while he decides what he sends. Like, I know it's a foolish, but I just don't. Sometimes, like, you hardly ever foolish Spore Traps, but some decks do. Let's find out. Title, Dragon Ruler, Dragon Falls. Or Waterfall, sorry. No, it has to be a deck. Sorry, a monster. Okay, and then here comes, Soul Charge. So he dumped Redox with the, with Title's effect. So here Denis pays 4,000 life, pays half his life to bring back 4 monsters. So Soul Charge. Oh, he just passed. I'm going to go over Soul Charge. Oh, he chained Max C. Okay, so I'm going to go over what happened here. So Matt Burns chained Max C, which is a hand trap. It's a quick effect. You can discard it from your hand to the graveyard during either player's turn. For the rest of that turn, each time your opponent special summons a monster, you draw 1 card. So he chained it to Soul Charge. So Soul Charge is you can special summon as many monsters as possible from your graveyard. And if you do, you take 1,000 for each. So that's why he took half his life. And then passed. And then it went over to Matt Burns' turn. And he activated Dragon Shrine. Which is basically a Foolish Burial. Except it's a Foolish Burial for dragons. But you can only activate 1 Dragon Shrine per turn. And you get an external Foolish by sending a normal Dragon type monster. Okay, so here Matt flip summons Debris Dragon. Normal summons Mythic Tree Dragon. I believe these are both level 4s. Yes. They're both level 4s, so he can't Synchro for an 8, but he can XYZ summon a level 4 monster. Denis activates Karma Cut. Discards Blaster to banish the Mythic Tree Dragon. Probably because he doesn't want Matt to XYZ summon Exciton Knight. I think that's why he did this. So he reveals Blaster by banishing 2 so the Dragon Rulers all have 3 effects, but you can only use 1 effect per turn. So here Matt is revealing Blaster from his hand to special summon it. So that's its 1 effect per turn. He can't use the other 2 effects. Denis chains Maxi. So the way you special summon the Dragon Rulers, you can special summon them from your hand or graveyard by banishing dragons from your hand or graveyard or monsters with the same attribute of that particular dragon. Since Blasters of Fire, you can do fires instead. That's why you see sometimes people splash the dragon like Blaster in like a Fire Fist deck. Alright, so you Synchro Summon Star Eater. Ooh. And yes, also the Dragon Rulers have another effect that they return to your hand during your opponent's end phase. That's why you saw the title and the Redox return to Denis's hand during Matt's end phase. Which is good because then if you then you can use their in-hand effects potentially. All right. He didn't attack with Star Eater? I guess not. Oh no, I think he attacked over the Ice Hand, right? Yes, he attacked over the Ice Hand. With the Blaster and then Synchro Summon for Star Eater. Okay, that's what happened. Now I remember. Alright, let's see what Denis can do. At least he can use that Max C. He can special summon Redox for that Max C. Come on, Denis. Come on, Denis. So Denis actually went to Worlds this year for Master Duel. Maybe you guys caught him on stream. You know, Master Duel was a 3v3. Yeah, Denis was there. But they didn't perform too well from what I heard. I think they did okay. I'm not sure exactly how they did, but all I know is they didn't make the finals. That's it. All right. But I think this was this after he came back? Yes, this was after he came back from Worlds. Okay. All right, Denis is taking a long time. I'm not going to complain, though. This is not like an easy deck to pilot. A lot of the combo decks aren't. They're more difficult compared to, like, you know, the trap decks. In my opinion, I think are easier to play. Especially when you have to play around Max C and stuff like that. Okay, so he reveals title by banishing... His reveals title banishes Ice Hand from his grave and a Redox from his hand. And he's going to activate Redox's effect. When it's banished, you can search an Earth Dragon from your deck to your hand. So he searched a Mythic Tree Dragon. Which Mythic Tree Dragon can copy a water monster, I believe, you control. It becomes that same level. And here comes, oh, Burial. Us Edison only players know Burial. So he banishes, oh no, he banished the Tree Dragon. Okay, so he banished the Tree Dragon and something else, the Special Summon Blaster. And then Fire Hand pops the... Is that game? I'm guessing that's game. Let me go read Star Eater real quick. Star Eater, Yu-Gi-Oh! So Denis takes game 1. We'll see if Matt Burns can pull off the Legacy 2-0 or Backdoor 2-0. So he starts off by Gold Sarking. What's he going to Gold Sark while I look up? Can I be swimming? If this card attacks. Okay, yeah, so Fire Hand just popped it, and then he brought out an Ice Hand with the Fire Hand. So here, Matt Burns, Gold Sark the title. Activates title's effect when it's banished to search a Water Dragon. He searched the Mythic Water Dragon. Here comes Foolish from Matt Burns. He sends Redox. So those guys who may be kind of new to HAD, remember, you can only activate one of the Dragon Ruler's effect per turn. So since he banished the title, he couldn't use the in-hand effect or the Special Summon itself effect. So Matt Burns starts off by setting 2. And here, Denis normal summons Ice Hand, attacks him for 14. And passes. Alright, turn 1 on Gold Target. Let's hope they remember. Matt Burns activates Trade-In, discard. Oh, Trade-In sounds good in this deck, especially if you're playing Blue Eyes and Whitestone. Yeah, seems pretty good. Sets a monster and passes. Man, is this even Mythic Rulers? All right, 66 to 8,000. Maybe he set like a Flame Bell Guard. Maybe his hand is bad and he's just trying to stall by setting Flame Bell Guard. He should be getting title next turn. Maybe that'll open up his hand for some plays. All right. How much did I speed up? So he does attack with the ice hand. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like almost positive he said a flame belt guard. So we're at 66 to 74. Now Denis sets another monster. Maybe he set his own flame belt guard, or he set like a fire hand. Maybe another ice hand. It's possible. I think they both drew kind of mid from the looks of it. Matt Burns is looking at that back row like he wants to flip it. Yeah. I think this is the first time Matt Burns even made top 4. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Because when he played a little bit of Edison. He was mostly playing like a stun deck, like a skill drain GK deck, I think. Yeah. Glad to see him playing like kind of like a meta deck. I mean, it served him well. He made top 4. Sometimes that's what happens. You stop playing those like tier 2, tier 3 decks, and then you play a tier 1 deck. Some people might not agree that this is a tier 1 deck. I don't know. I haven't really... What would I consider Mythic Rulers? Probably like tier 1.5 maybe. Anyway, he special summons title. Denis chains Max C. So he draws 1 from the title. Then he's going to search for Redox's effect. Searches Mythic Tree Dragon. So he can make a Star... He can summon the Tree Dragon, make a Star Eater. He can make... So here decides to go for 8 with the title and the... Oh, Crimson Blader. It's been a long time since I'm going to have to look that card up because it's been a long time. So it is another Ice Hand. So he's going to destroy... Yeah, he chose that one because Denis kept looking at it. Stygian Dirge. I don't know why he cited that card, but... This turn, Denis is under Crimson Blader. Let me go refresh my memory on Crimson Blader. It's been a long time. It says, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, your opponent cannot normal or special summon level 5 or higher monsters during their next turn. Yep. So this turn, you cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters, Denis. Now, you can still XYZ summon. Now, do you want to crash the Fire Hand, or will you just XYZ summon and take the... Make maybe 101 and just take the Crimson Blader? Let's see what Denis decides to do. Or you can Crimson Blader yourself again and just wipe his field. Either way, you're going to wipe. Well, if you go for the 101 play, you can't get rid of the back row. That's the difference. And you'll be Bladered again next turn. So let's see what's the right move. Do you just go for 101 Silent Arc, take the Crimson Blader? Depends on the rest of Denis's hand. Maybe if he has another Max C. Yep, so he goes for the 101 play. Takes the Crimson Blader. Yeah, I've said it before. I love the Ghost Rare XYZ monsters, but they do look bad on camera. But in person, they look great. You just detach 101 Silent Arcs to rank 4 generic. You detach 2 materials to take 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls, and basically you make it an XYZ material, as you saw there. And it also can protect itself by battle or card effect by detaching a material. So does Denis have more plays? Does he have another Soul Charge play? Maybe he's got Soul Charge. I mean, what else can he do? I think he must have Soul Charge. Otherwise, he wouldn't be thinking this long. It has to be Soul Charge. Oh, no, Curry Bandit. Okay, that makes sense. So 31. So Curry Bandit, during the end phase of turn is normal summon. You contribute it. Excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. And add 1 spell or trap that you excavated to your hand, and the rest go to the graveyard. So it looks like he's going to choose Soul Charge. Send the other 4 to the grave. Passes. Yeah, I don't know why Matt Burns cited Stygian Dirge. Again, I think he's really new to Hat. That's my guess. Well, Denis told me he started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like right after Hat. Because if you guys saw, me and Denis played round 2, I think. I was his only loss in Swiss. And he was reading all my Sylvan cards. Because Sylvans were only out for a short period of time. Because they got like a lot of... That's the thing about Hat is like... The set after, like, right after Hat was, which, I forgot the name of the set. It's when Shadal's came out for the first time, and Satellar Knights and BA. And it kind of power crept all these decks. And that was Yu-Gi-Oh! For the next few months until Necros came out. For those guys who remember that time. I was playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! During that time, so I know this era pretty well. Like, I know this era better than Edison. Because I actually played competitively at the time. But I haven't revisited the formats like other people have, so maybe you guys who've like been playing Hat for years might have more knowledge than me on the meta and like side choices and stuff. But Edison was the same way, so I think maybe now that there's more content creators covering Hat, we'll see what happens. I know Frazier, shout out to him, I'm a Nerd, has been covering Hat as well. So here, Denis chain Emptiness to Titles effect, which Emptiness says neither player can special summon. And also, it destroys itself if a card is sent from your deck or your side of the field to the graveyard. So here, Denis attacks with 101, attacks into the Mythic Tree Dragon, and Denis passes. I mean, I don't even know what Matt's back rows. He's got 3 back rows, but what can he do? Ooh, Burial. Good old Burial. So he returns 3, leaves the Mythic Water Dragon in the in the banished pile. Denis is complaining about Emptiness because I beat him with Emptiness. You might win that right now because of Emptiness. It goes both ways, man. What's crazy is I've played in a few Hat tournaments and no one's ever flipped Emptiness on me. I flipped it on many people, but no one's really flipped it on me because they're all playing. They're too busy flipping Sanctum and Max Seed. I've caught Max Seed a lot. So here, Denis summons. Oh, Torrential! So there you saw the Emptiness destroyed itself, but at least the 101 was able to protect itself. But now he can just go off. He changed Max Seed, but this is game. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this is game. Unless your back row does something to stop these attacks. Oh, he's going to give him an extra draw. So, yeah. I think, did he draw? He just concedes. All right, so Denis is moving on to another finals. This will be his 3rd finals. We'll see if he can get the 2nd win on the channel. 1st win in Hat. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that match. And we'll be back soon for the other top 4 match, then the finals. Bye, guys.